Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're talking about something that's really shaking things up for lawyers and accountants. Specialized voice bots. But these aren't your average bots. We're going to look at how this idea of a digital professional has gone from science fiction to a seriously powerful tool you can use right now.
All right, let's just jump right in with a question that probably sounds really familiar. You're trying to get that billable work done, right? But the phone just won't stop ringing. And every single one of those missed calls, every potential new client you have to put on hold, well, that's money walking out the door. It's his classic front desk bottleneck. And believe me, it is a costly problem. And here's the crazy part. The solution isn't just a small fix. I mean, look at this number. 96%. Think about what that means. 96% of all those first-time client calls, the screening, answering the same basic questions over and over, trying to schedule a meeting, all of that can be automated completely without you or another professional having to stop what you're doing. So this exact problem, this bottleneck, it creates something we can call the professional services squeeze. You know that feeling, right? It's this constant tug of war between doing the expert level work that actually makes you money and grows the firm and just getting buried under this mountain of administrative stuff. And look, this isn't just you feeling overwhelmed. The data backs it up big time. 81% of firms, that's more than 4 out of every 5, saying they have major problems with their client intake. I mean, that's the very first impression a new client gets. And for most firms, it's not a smooth, welcoming process. It's a hurdle.
Okay, so what do we do about this squeeze? Well, let's meet the solution. And I want you to stop thinking about this as just another app or a piece of software. Instead, think of it like hiring a new team member. A digital one, sure, but one that's designed from the ground up for exactly what you do. And just to be clear, we are not talking about those generic, often frustrating chatbots you run into on websites. No, a professional services voice bot is a whole different animal. It's a specialized AI. It's been trained on legal and accounting language, it gets your procedures, and most importantly, it operates with the kind of precision and confidentiality that your job absolutely requires.
So what does this digital professional actually do day to day? Well, it takes over that whole core admin workflow. It intelligently screens new clients to see if they're a good fit for you. It coordinates consultations, checking everyone's calendar. It can handle those routine billing questions that pop up. It can even chase down and collect documents you need before a meeting even starts. All right, let's get to the part everyone's really wondering about, the ROI. The money. Because this is where the idea stops being a cool concept and becomes a serious business decision. We're going to talk about the real-world impact this has on your firm's finances and just how you work.
And the numbers, they're pretty mind-blowing, honestly. We're seeing a return on investment somewhere between 400 and 1,100%. And get this, we're not talking about waiting a year for that. We're talking about seeing that return in the first 20 to 65 days. This is not some long-term gamble. It's like pulling a lever that gives you an immediate financial boost. So how is that even possible? Well, a huge piece of that ROI is right here on this chart. By just taking away all that administrative background noise, firms are seeing a 28 to 52% jump in how efficiently they can use their billable hours. That's pure time handed back to your top people so they can focus on the expert work that actually brings in the money. But it's not just about saving time. That's only part of the story. This system actually helps you grow revenue from all sides. Yeah, your billable hours get more efficient, but you're also turning more of those initial consultations into paying clients. You can handle more cases overall, and your existing clients are happier, so they stick around longer. Every single slice you see here is a different way this thing adds value.
And the ripple effect goes way beyond just the money. Just look at these stats. Your response time to a new client, up to 88% faster. Your client satisfaction scores, way up. Coordinating cases internally, a massive improvement. And here's a big one. You're converting up to 48% more of those prospects into actual retained clients. This isn't just a tweak. It's like getting a whole new engine for your firm. Okay, let's pause and talk about what's probably the most important question for any professional watching this. What about ethics? What about confidentiality? Because let's be real, none of this matters if it puts you or your clients at risk. So let's tackle that one direct. The short answer is this whole system was built with those rules in mind from day one. It's not an afterthought. Things like attorney-client privilege and CPA confidentiality, those safeguards are baked right into its DNA. It's even programmed with your specific state's bar requirements and professional conduct rules, so every single interaction stays compliant.
And on the security side, it's rock solid. We're talking about all the key features you'd expect. End-to-end encryption for everything. Super strict role-based access, meaning only the people who absolutely need to see sensitive data can. And you get complete audit trails for every single thing that happens. This isn't just secure. It's built to meet the intense data protection standards that come with being a lawyer or an accountant.
But here's the thing. This isn't a one-size-fits-all sledgehammer. It's more like a Swiss Army knife. It's a precision tool that can be adapted for exactly what your practice needs. So let's look at a couple of different examples. So if you're a solo practitioner, your world is all about getting new clients in the door and making sure you get paid, right? So the bot focuses on that, freeing you up to actually be a lawyer. But say you're a small firm. Now your headache is coordinating all your different attorneys and managing referrals. The bot shifts its focus to that, making sure everyone's time is used as effectively as possible. And it's the exact same idea for accountants and tax pros. An accounting practice, you can use it to survive the craziness of tax season and find more opportunities for higher value business consulting. Or if you're a tax prep service that handles huge volumes of clients, you can use it to completely automate your scheduling and document collection. Imagine an 85% improvement in that process. Incredible. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds great, but implementing it must be a nightmare. Well, it's actually not a leap in the dark. It's a very clear, step-by-step process. You start with assessment and planning, then you configure the system, then you test it thoroughly, and then you do a controlled launch. So by the time you go fully live, it's already fine-tuned for exactly how you work. So let's pull back for a second. When you add all this up, the efficiency, the ROI, the security, what does this actually mean for the future of your firm, for the entire industry? This quote really nails it. A single voice bot can do the work of one or even two administrative people. But listen, the key here isn't about replacing your staff. It's about augmenting your team. It's about adding a digital professional that works 24/7, never makes a mistake, is never inconsistent, and comes preloaded with knowledge. It all comes down to one word: leverage. And that brings us to the final and maybe most important thought. This idea of a digital workforce that costs less than $5 a day, it's not some far-off future concept. It's here, right now. The firms that figure out how to use this new kind of leverage are going to be faster, more profitable, and just plain better at what they do. So the only real question is your firm going to be ready to compete? Thanks for joining us on The Explainer.